Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team's currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2CD collection. You can find a link in the video description containing the entire directory structure of this archive. Here's what our diggers have for week 118. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply follow the Patreon link in the video description. Now without further ado, let's get started. First up, RuneFox has dug up DOSGAMES /PD1 /Lloyd. So what have we got here? ML Lloyd. And a doc file that's almost like that's like nearly a quarter the size of the executable itself. Now start.txt. Let's see what's in that start.txt. This file was downloaded from Aquila BBS, largest GIF collection in Chicago. Oh boy. Interesting that... I just find it interesting that it's advertising some sort of CD-ROM thing, but look at the date on that text file. It just seems very weird. Well, I guess maybe they were using CD-ROMs to store stuff back then. I don't know. Anywho, ML Lloyd. Oh wait, this is one of those Microlink games. So which one do we have this time? Just seems to be called Lloyd. Dedicated to Sam Lloyd and Erno Rubik, Master Time Killers. Okay. So, this looks like it's just going to be a tile sliding puzzle game. Yeah, that very much looks like that kind of game. It still has similar things at the bottom there. Am I going to guess it's going to have that same boss key thing? Yep. Same boss key thing with, what was it? OK? Trying to remember how to get it. Yeah, OK with just the O and the K. So let's see if we can turn the sounds on here. Well, there are some sounds, but they're not very loud. So yeah, this is a basic tile sliding puzzle game, but it works the way I would expect it to, in that the direction you push is the direction that the tile moves in. I like that. Not like the last one we found. See, this I can actually wrap my head around in terms of actually getting it to put everything where I want it to. So yeah, the fun fact for today is that I do actually have some level of skill when it comes to sliding tile puzzles. Not a huge level of skill. I'm absolutely certain there are people out there who are way better at this than I am. But I do well enough for myself when I play these things. And while I'm trying to commentate, you'll notice that I've already got the first half of it filled out properly. Yeah, this is something I can almost do without even thinking about it, really. This is basically a trick to it, that's all there is, really. Like, I think the simplest trick I can give people, the simplest tip I can give people who are trying to learn how to do sliding puzzle games is if you constantly do the same thing over and over again, nothing changes. So you have to, so you basically sort of have to consider how to break the cycle. Like right here, I'm showing you guys this the 10 and the 9 cycling like that. But I want the 10 and the 9 to be in opposite positions. So basically what you have to do is break the cycle. And there you go. Okay, I got the 14, 15, and 13 in the wrong order. So we'll fix that up. I think this will do it. Yep, I got it. Solved. And I get 218 points for that. Although it looks like it wants me to play this 3 more times for 3 more rounds, well, screw that. I'm not doing this 4 times in a row. Even though I'm not bad at these sliding pile puzzle games, I can't pronounce things today. And now I'm burping unintentionally. That doesn't help for voicing. So even though I'm not bad at these sliding tile puzzle games, it's not something I want to play like multiple times over. Like, I mean, it's one of those things where, okay, quick diversion, but I don't want to spend like a whole afternoon playing one of these. Anywho, what other details do we have here? There's an info screen. Yep, Bob Lancaster again. There's that Otra, Shut the Box, and Yacht games. We're still gonna find that Shut the Box one at some point. Oh, and apparently there's a give up feature here. So if I say yes, it'll automatically give us up for the round. Well, it's interesting that basically each round is showing different patterns. So in this one, it's like a spiral pattern that you have to arrange everything in. So it is interesting that it's mixing things up in that way. But for something like that, I'd almost prefer if it was like more of a more graphical in some way. And this one's peripheral spiral, so it's going along the outer edge towards the center. So yeah, that was Lloyd by Microlink, Bob Lancaster. Not a bad sliding tile puzzle game, but it's one of those things where it's really going to depend on the person, because this is a kind of game that not going to appeal to very many people. But it's still well done for what it is. So that actually wasn't RuneVox's first dig. His actual first dig kind of failed. It's DOSGAMES /arcade3 /yum, and this one failed for kind of an annoying but maybe potentially solvable reason. Given the fact that this starts with a Y and is referred to as a dice game, we might have like a Yahtzee clone here. Your key ID file has expired. Call our support BBS for a new key. Are you kidding me? That is some weird... Oh, whoops, actually. So that key ID file there somehow is tied in with the system clock or something. And is being used to basically tell the program whether or not it's allowed to run or not. Might be time to pull up the old hex editor, see if I can't make this work. Although I'm going to guess it's probably got some level of encryption, won't be that obvious, but you never know. Now, I'm looking at the file in a hex editor right now, and it's not very obvious how the data relates to anything here. There's basically 2 sets of 6 bytes in the hex in the file that seem like they would be relevant. And, you know, 6 bytes, it could like be date related, but they are clearly they're clearly encrypted in some way because they do not conform to the actual date in any method that I know of. So, yeah, this is going to be a failed dig until somebody can figure out if there's a way to maybe hack this to get that registration to go through properly. Because I'm going to guess if I like delete the key file, I don't want to delete it. Copy key.id .. delete key.id, and if I try to run it now, it's probably going to complain. Yeah, it says it's expired, but it's not even there anymore. Oh, it actually generated an empty file. Interesting. So yeah, this is a failed dig until I can figure out some way to bring this back to life. There we go. Next up, we have a team dig from Foon Turing and Professor Renderer. DOSGAMES /arcade2 /Outlanda. Maybe it's supposed to be Outlander? I don't know. Or just Outland, as far as these file names are concerned. It's not too big a doc file, but it probably wouldn't fit on the screen. Let me just quickly type out the register.doc. At least give ourselves an idea of how much this software is worth. Well, I can't figure it out just yet, but it says mailed to Richard Jones in California. Or Richard John, sorry. Okay then, so Outland. Ooh, we got some... Is that EGA or VGA? Hard to tell. High resolution all the same. So Ricker's Software, copyright 92, all rights reserved. Outland. So press any key. Okay. Yeah, help. Left arrow to shoot, up arrow to move up, down arrow to move down, F2 boss key. Oh, another game with a boss key. So, alt X to quit. I'm gonna guess this is tied with the CPU speed. Yep. Okay, so we'll set it to something that would have been typical for the time. This seems like it's probably the right speed. Hopefully. Info screen. Info doesn't seem to do anything. Gotta hit him head on. How do I do... Oh, there it goes. Do they attack back at all? I don't know. What's that boss screen look like? This is the worst boss screen ever. It's even worse than that fake DOS prompt or that CPM prompt, whatever you want to call it. People have educated me on how the DOS prompts worked back then in like DOS 1.0, but the point stands that at least that was something. This is just a blank screen. This is not going to fool your boss at all. It's just going to make him think that you turned your computer off. Anyways, let's actually play the game some more. It's like not detecting when I'm pushing the... I'm rapidly pressing the arrow to fire and it's not... Wait, left arrow to shoot? Why would you make it the left arrow when you're shooting to the right? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so now that we know what we're doing, presumably, let's see if we can actually hit something. So apparently we can only have one shot in the air at a time. Ooh, so you don't want to hit the bouncing ball. You want to hit the thing at the back. Good to know. And I have noticed, too, that it buffers your shots. So if you press the button, and you press it again, like, while the shot is still traveling, it will actually shoot it a second time. That missed. Whoops. And there goes another life. So how many times am I supposed to hit this thing? Supposed to hit it... Well, I got 100 points for the one hit, so I have to hit it like 10 times. Oh boy. And down I go. Oh wait, no, 0 doesn't count. Okie dokie. If you register, your registration certificate will have the answer to Unlimited Lives cheat mode. And Outland A. Well, maybe that's why they called it Outlanda in the folder name. Because whoever put this thing on here couldn't get past the first level. Or didn't want to. You gotta get 1,000 freaking points to get past this level. Okay, so what does the registration file say? I'm navigating to it right now. So something I want to quickly point out about the registration file here. I think this is actually made by someone really young because, well, at the time really young. Because first of all, there are lots of spelling errors for what is a very simple registration form. There is no mention of the registration price anywhere on the form, but there's clearly some kind of level of money involved because you're supposed to add an extra $1 if you want a high density disk. And then, yeah, there's spelling mistakes, like acquire is spelled without a C. And then there's, please take a minute to make any suggestions you may have. Like a minute instead of a moment. Oh boy. Anyways, the registration fee is indicated in the actual doc file, like the actual outland.doc file, as opposed to the registration form, and the registration fee is $7.50. So, is this program worth $7.50? I'm gonna say no. And our last dig for today comes from Yarmo Ranta, DOSGAMES /Arcade3 /ULARNEXE. Part of me feels like I know what this is going to be, but at the same time, I'm not quite sure. We got a U fortune. Almost sounds like unfortune. Yeah, not much here aside from the ULARNE.exe, so let's see what we got. Who are you? Me. The Addiction of Yoularne. Maybe I don't know what this is. So pick a character class. Interesting selection. So it starts off pretty tame. We got Ogre, then Wizard, then freaking Klingon, followed by Elf, Rogue, Geek, Dwarf, and Rambo. Okay. I don't know. I'll be the Ogre. Welcome to the game of Yoularne. At this moment, you face a great problem. Your daughter has contracted a strange disease, and none of your home remedies seem to have any effect. You sense that she is in mortal danger, and you must try to save her. Time ago, you heard of a land of great danger and opportunity. Perhaps here is the solution you need. Don't you mean perhaps there? It has been said that there was one... Let me do this right. It has been said that there once was a great magician who called himself Polinius? Polinius? I'm going to go with Polinius. Kind of like Polybius, only less B and more N. Many years ago, after having many miraculous successes, Polinius Man, I am not on point with my with talking today. Polinius retired to the caverns of Yoularne, where he devoted most of his time to the creation of magic. Rumors have it that one day Polinius set out to dispel an attacking army in a forest some distance to the north. It's believed that here he met his demise. Caverns of Yoularne, it is thought, must be magnificent in design and contain much magic and treasure. One option you have is to undertake a journey into these caverns. Good luck! You're gonna need it. Okie dokie then. So, it looks like we have a roguelike. We've got our stats at the bottom there. Got 18 freaking strength, so we're ripped. Novice Explorer, this is clearly in black and white. And yeah, it's not actually using the full screen, even from what I'm seeing, it's only using like first 20 rows-ish. So, which character is me? Better question, how do I even move? No, seriously, how do I actually move? Oh, here we go. So, HJK... Wait. HJK and L. Are you serious? What? Who made these controls? H, J, K, and L. For up, down, for left, down, up, and right. That's like the worst combination. Seriously, put your fingers on the keyboard right now. And try to put your fingers on H, J, K, and L. And try to somehow correlate that to movement controls. Like 4-directional movement controls. Oh, and I'm gonna guess it's gonna get better with the diagonals. Y, U, B, and N, huh? These controls are so bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, well we're gonna try to play this as best as we can, but this is not giving me, good, vibes here. Give tax status? What kind of control is that? You do not owe any taxes. Well, good. Okay, so the character we're playing as is a cursor. That's us. That moving cursor is us. We are literally playing as a cursor. So what's this V? You have found a volcanic shaft leading downward. You climb down or ignore it. I'm going to ignore it for now. See what other neat things we can find in this cave with these terrible controls. You have found the Yoularne trading post. Sure, we'll go inside. Welcome to the Yoularne trading post. We buy items that explorers no longer find useful, since the condition of the items you bring in is not certain, and we incur great expense in reconditioning the items. We usually pay only 20% of their value. The items are badly damaged, only pay 10%. I don't want to sell anything. I don't even know what I have. What are my controls for, I for inventory? See, that makes sense. I have 2 magic potions. And 399 mobiles, whatever those are. Clearly not phones. Or are they phones? Our currency could be cell phones. We have 399 mobile phones with which to purchase goods and services. You have found the College of Yoularne. Okay, we'll go inside there. So we can take courses. Oh, mobiles is time. So we're not dealing in cell phones. No, it looks like currency in this game is boring old gold pieces. Oh, well. Found your way home. Go inside. I'm gonna guess going inside our home is gonna stop the game, so let's not do that. Instead, let's go for the $sign. Maybe we'll find some fat loot. No, it's just the bank. Okay, so this is clearly like an overworld section, so let's actually just go down into the dungeon here. Volcanic shaft leading down, climb down. Game? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we actually have like a proper dungeon now, I think. Oh, and we're already fighting a silver dragon. And dead. What? Okay, so let's try this again, and hopefully not get wrecked by a silver dragon the instant we try to do anything. So we're climbing downwards. Are we actually going to go somewhere useful this time? Okay. There's no enemy immediately near us. That's good. Oh wow, there's a huge delay when you move. Maybe I should turn the cycles up. I could turn the cycles down just because of the nature of the, Okay, turning the cycles up did help with the speed there. That looks like another silver dragon. No, it's a red dragon. And we're dead again. What? Okay, so we have a situation where the game literally just wants us to die. It's not like we don't have hit points, it's not like we don't have strength, but apparently the game's like, oh, you're on the first floor of the dungeon? Good. Here's a dragon, now you can die. Okay, that was... What was this called again? The Addiction of Yoularne. Well, fun fact, whoever made this... You can't become addicted to a game if the game is so freaking hard it doesn't even give you a chance to become addicted to it. Like, I don't know. What if we play as Rambo? Maybe we'll have better luck if we play as... I don't think this game understands the concept of Rambo. Unless I guess the author was thinking like Rambo in terms of the player's macho-ness, because yeah, we already weren't surviving with like 18 strength and 16 hit points, but now the game's like, oh, you want to play as Rambo? Well, here you go, 1 freaking hit point. What the heck is up with this game? It wants the player to die. That's what it comes down to. This game literally wants the person sitting down playing the game to fall down dead. Okie dokie. So, how's Addiction of Yoularne? It's not addictive, because it kills you way too easily. And it clearly has it clearly only is played by people with a death wish. So, yeah, I'm not recommending this one.